There's a difference between holding someone accountable and bullying someone. The problem with people on social media is that they develop parasocial relationships. Hey mom, cause my interlude babies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new to my channel, hi, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. And for those of you that are returning, hello baby, how you doing? As you can see with today's title, I will be doing my makeup type based on the TikTok trends that has been going on. So I went on TikTok and I searched up my makeup type, and TikTok gave me a plethora of like makeup types, and I chose one and decided to recreate that one. And I decided, why not recreate that and talk about some propagandas that I will and will not be falling for in 2025. So if this is something that sounds enticing to you and you want to see how I achieved this look, stick around, and without further ado, let's jump straight into this video. The first thing that I'm gonna go in with is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I've already done my eyebrows. I did those off camera. Creating a fake account to confront somebody online. I will not be falling for that propaganda. If I'm going to confront someone, I'm going to do it with my chest, and if it's online, I'm going to do it with my account. You're going to see me. I don't believe in, what do you call this, creating a fake account to confront somebody or whatever. The next step that I'm going to go in with after my primer is going to be my e.l.f. Halo Glow Filter. So I'm gonna go in with this, and I'm gonna go in with a foundation on top. So since we're doing my makeup type, it's gonna be a little glammy. It's not gonna be everyday makeup. The gym is a propaganda that I will actually, in fact, be falling for. I do believe in going to the gym, working out, being the healthiest version of yourself, and I will be falling for that propaganda until further notice, or hopefully for the rest of my life, because that is the hill that I'm willing to die on. Being the healthiest version of myself, continuously working on myself, whether physically and all, and just knowing that the gym is a form of self-care and self-love, because you regard your body as a temple. Then you need to make sure you're taking care of it. That means you going to the gym, and going to the gym doesn't just mean you're going for aesthetics or like the body recomp, but it also means being healthier, whether it's your heart, in terms of cardio, and just being fit, man. Just like be a healthy person. It also just helps eliminate some diseases that you could get from not leading a healthy lifestyle. Personally, for me, in this house, we will lead healthy lifestyles. Like, one thing about it, we're going to lead healthy lifestyles, and that is a propaganda that I will continue to fall for. Going to the gym, being a gym girly. Now that I've gone in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Filter, it was actually in the shade, I forgot to show you guys the shade. It's in the shade 610 Deep. And the next thing that I'm gonna go in with is my Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation, and this one is in the shade 24N. Listening to advice from TikTok or social media, that is a propaganda that I will not be falling for. Taking advice from even myself. Like, guys, these are light-hearted videos. Don't be coming onto my channel thinking that I'm a professional and I'm someone that you guys can take like trustworthy advice from. I feel like that's just misleading, unless that person is like a registered psychologist or a licensed therapist or a social worker or someone that is equipped in that division or in that profession. Then I will listen to them. But even so, because everyone, like, due to human nature, we all fall short, I'm always going to take all of that advice with a grain of salt and know that experiences are different. My experience is going to be different as compared to theirs and my own. And yeah, and understanding that the only person that is all-knowing, omnipresent, omniscient is God. That's the only person that I can fully seek like guidance and, what do you call this, advice from. as for social media people and all that stuff, because you need to understand at the end of the day, behind those cameras, there are people that are trying to push numbers, people that are trying to push their own agendas, and not everything that you hear from the internet is good or it's intended for good. Despite us wanting to share our knowledge to other people, we do fall short, and we're only sharing advice from our perspective. The next thing that I'm gonna go in with my concealer. So that is the Born This Way concealer, and this one is in the shade Chestnut, and I'm just gonna put this on my under eyes, just right here. I'm also going to put this on my chin, under my cheek, under my nose, and then on the bridge of my nose. Then the last one I'm gonna put is going to be just here on my forehead. So before I actually let this sit, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray to just like let everything set in, and then I'm gonna let that dry. Relationship goals on social media. That is a propaganda I will unfortunately not be falling for. Sorry, not sorry. That's just one propaganda that I will not fall for. What you see on social media is just the good parts. It's the airbrushed parts. It's just the edited, filtered parts. And if you want to assume that relationships are what is portrayed on social media, then you will be a very, very miserable person. Relationship goals on social media, that's something that I will not be falling for. That's a propaganda I will not fall for, because for one, you don't know how those people get those things. You don't know what is going on behind closed doors, and for one, you don't know how people have fought to get the things that they have, or the sacrifices they have to make to achieve the things that they achieve, to look all put together and all that stuff. So yes, relationship goals or just anything that social media glamorizes, that's a propaganda that I'm not going to be falling for. So the next thing that I'm going to go in with is the Charlotte Tilbury glow stick, and this one is in the shade Cherry Glow. Therapy is indeed a propaganda that I will be falling for. I do believe in healing. I do believe in gaining tools to heal parts of yourself that need healing, and to be more self-aware as human beings. I feel like if you do have access to not bleed on people that didn't cut you, then gain that help, get that help. By all means, use those resources to the fullest. And yes, therapy is a propaganda that I will fall for the rest of my life, and my kids will grow up knowing that it is healthy to speak about your feelings. Being a nice person gets you very far. That's a propaganda that I'm going to fall for. Being a nice person gets you very far in life. Being a nice person in general gets you very far, gets you liked, gets you opportunities, and people can stand to be around you. That I do believe in. Gatekeeping is in fact a propaganda that I will be falling for. And don't get me wrong, guys, this is very subjective. I feel like there are some things that do not need to be gatekept. Then there are some things that honestly, I will fall for that propaganda of gatekeeping and will forever gatekeep. I will gatekeep my private life. I will gatekeep the people that I love. I will gatekeep things that bring me happiness. I'm not going to be sharing things that are close to my heart or things that I feel like are too personal for me. I will gatekeep as long as I feel like, you know what, my spirit is not open for me to share this. I'm not gonna share it. I feel like, guys, it gets to a point. It really just gets to a point. There's a difference between holding someone accountable and bullying someone. And the problem with people on social media is that they develop parasocial relationships where they feel like they can talk on somebody's life like they know them like that. I feel like we forget that at the end of the day, this is social media, and certain people are sharing certain parts of themselves, and you don't actually know them like that at the end of the day. You know the parts that they show, but you don't actually know them in reality. It's just my opinion or whatever. When you're low-key bullying someone, and you need to ask yourself, if someone was doing that to you, would you like it? Would you think it's just them sharing an opinion, or you feel like you're being violated? That's a propaganda that I'm not going to be falling for. People dragging other people on social media, I feel like that's just mean. That's just a very ugly side. Let's spread love. There's enough hate in this world, and the least you can do is at least give someone a reason to wake up the following morning. A propaganda that I will be falling for is spreading love and kindness. Continue spreading love, continue being a ray of sunshine despite what life throws at you. The least that you could do is just be a good person to the next person, because I don't think you would also want someone to spaz on you. Ungamenzanga lutho. And I'm just going back in with my brush to just blend my my blush in the spots that I was blending in, and to like avoid the harsh lines that had been created after I had blended in my concealer. I'm also gonna go in back with like my foundation brush to just blend everything in and avoid any harsh lines around my concealer, my foundation, just to make sure that everything is amazing. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty contour stick, and this one is in the shade Espresso. So I'm just gonna put this on the sides of my face, just like right below my blush. And I'm gonna put this around my forehead. Another propaganda that I will not be falling for is male-centered friends, in terms of people that have nothing going on unless it involves a man. I believe that you need to be a well-rounded individual. Can we talk about imali? Can we talk about advancing in life? Can we talk about self-love? Can we talk about healing? Can we talk about our friendship? Can we talk about God? Can we talk about our relationship with God? Can we talk about other things besides amadot? So guys, to also avoid those harsh lines again, I'm going to be going back in with my foundation brush just below my bronzer, just to like let everything blend in nice the way that I want it to, and just over everywhere, and just like on my forehead as well, to avoid those harsh lines. Guys, the key to this whole makeup thing is honestly blending. The bronzer that I'm gonna go in with today is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer, and this one is in the shade 4 Deep. The propaganda that I will not be falling for is losing track of myself or my dreams or my goals because of a relationship, not neglecting myself. The same things that I did when I was not in that relationship are the same things that I will continue doing. Be it me showing up to the gym, me showing up for my content, me showing up to work, me being on my grind, me still pursuing further education, my dreams, my career, whatever. That's just a propaganda that I pray to God I do not ever fall for, because these are things that you sometimes do without noticing that you're doing. I am going to go back in with my blush. So I'm gonna go in with this Pink Gasm Beauty Light, what is it called? Beauty Light Wand. It's an easy highlight and blush, and this one is in the shade Pink Gasm Sunset. So it's in the shade Pink Gasm Sunset. So I'm gonna go with it over like the areas I put in the first blush. And you see how, like, guys, powder liquid blushes don't last at all, because after you've put in your stuff, like it's literally gone. Where is it? Nowhere to be found. So yeah, that's why you need to go back in with another one, just like reinforce and make sure everything is looking good, and you bring back that color back into your face. Next thing that I'm gonna go in with to set my face is this Fit Me powder. It's this Fit Me powder, and it is in the shade 35 Deep. And guys, I've had this for a hot minute. I feel like I bought this when I first came to Canada, so I've had this for like 3 years. And I'm going to go in with my Sephora collection what do you call this? Powder puff. So I'm gonna go in with this powder puff. I'm just gonna take some product from this, and what I'm gonna do is to put my product together, I'm just gonna rub this on the back of my hand because you don't want it caking up. So you need to make sure you mix your product well. And then I'm gonna go in on my under eye, my T-zones. Everywhere I put my concealer, I'm gonna put this. So just gonna do this. Go back again on my hand, and then right here, after a minute, I'm gonna brush this off my face. Another propaganda is being a girl's girl. Guys, this one is so subjective. Like, I wanted to shy away from this one, and I was just like, I don't even know how I'm gonna answer this one because I don't even know, child. I don't even know where I stand with this one because being a girl's girl has become a slander. It's become a slander, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say when it comes to being a girl's girl, because we have slanderized the meaning of being a girl's girl. I will be falling for the propaganda of being a girl's girl, but I will still be holding girls accountable. I don't think being a girl's girl means sugarcoating stuff. It means treading on eggshells around people because they don't want to have tough conversations. I feel like being a girl's girl means holding people accountable, loving girls enough to want the best for them. I will be going in with the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, and this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish, and it is in the shade 310 Medium. So I'm just gonna do this and then tap a little bit of product off, and then go in with it on my under eye to just like lock in everything because I don't want my thing to be creasing up. I'm gonna go in with this little NARS powder blush and highlighter in one, and this one is in the shade Orgasm, I think. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do the same thing with this brush, tap off some product, and then go on top of the bronzer you already have, the blush you already have, and then do the same thing on the other side. Like, I feel like just because people have misused the word girl's girl doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop being a girl's girl. I will forever be a girl's girl. I believe in being a girl's girl. That's a propaganda I'm going to fall for. Stop weaponizing being a girl's girl, I beg. Like, can we just not? It's very distasteful. I think the base is giving exactly what it needs to give. And the next step is just gonna be my eyes. So I'm just gonna go in with an eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna be going in with my Morphe with Meridex Duxbury palette, and I'm gonna use these colors. So I'm gonna be using my Ganesh and Bisso shades for my inner eye, and I might do a little bit of sparkle on my lower crease, if that's what you call it. When I tell you I have been fighting for my life with this eye look, I have been fighting for my life for the last hour. My eye makeup, honestly, is something that I need to perfect before I can come onto this platform and start doing tutorials off, because it took me a hot minute, but we finally managed to get this look. I am not 100% in love with it, but honestly, it's gonna have to do. So I'm gonna go in with this Charlotte Tilbury mascara. It's the Exagger Eyes Volume Mascara. I'm just gonna put this one on my lower lashes just to bring out the volume. And to just finish everything off, I'm gonna go in with my lip combo. So for my lip liner, I am going to be going in with this Sephora Collection lip liner, and it's in the shade Dark Horse. They discontinued this one, unfortunately, but they do have a similar one. I don't really know what the shade is, but it's a dark purple. The dark purple that they have is the one that they have. It's not as dark as this one though, so I'm going to be holding on to this one for as long as I can. A propaganda that I will not be falling for, guys, is Labubus. I do not know what those are, and I will not be falling for those, unfortunately. I haven't even given much thought about it or even researched about them, but it's just something that I'm not going to be giving it's just a propaganda that I'm not gonna fall for or even give my energy to be honest. And then the next thing that I'm gonna go in with is the MAC matte lipstick, and this one is in the shade Cool Teddy. I'm gonna go in with this one in the middle of my lip combo. It's so cutesy, guys. And I could stop here. Literally, I could stop here, but I'm not a fan of this. And if you want to recreate the JT lip combo, you can actually use this Cool Teddy and use the lip liner that she uses. But I don't want to stop here. I don't really like this bright look. Hence why I will go in with this Charlotte Tilbury. I think it's also a matte lipstick, and this one is in the shade Mrs. Kisses. So I'll go with this one on top. And I like this more. It's more nudie. Okay, so guys, this is the finished lip combo look, and I just went in with 3 of these items. I want to perfect my lip combo. I feel like I want to have a go-to lip combo so that every single time I just throw it in my bag and I'm just like, you know what, this is what I'm going to reapply on go. And I'm slowly but surely falling in love with a matte lip look. I don't know why, but I just gravitate towards like a matte look more than anything. But yeah, guys, to just lock everything in because we are done, I'm also going to just go in with this Fit Me powder. It's in the shade 355 Coconut, and I'm just gonna go in with my foundation brush, and I'm just gonna put in some just like this, and then go over all my powder, all the powder products that I put in, just like lock everything in and round up yonke into, just to make sure izinto zonke zihamba ngoline. Hope everything is looking good, child. Like this eye makeup, I fought, but you know what, it's okay, we'll manage our own. And then I didn't even contour my nose, so I'll just leave it like this. I feel like this looks good as is. And we're gonna go in to just seal everything in with our Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Spray. Just gonna spray this all over. Okay, and I'm just gonna let everything just like settle in. But guys, this marks the end of the video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Love and light.